Welcome to Jibb safety cable installation video. I wanted to show you exactly how to put this on your cable. This is the way it comes packaged. 2 pieces, positive and negative, 2 extra spacers. When you take the product out of the packaging, you'll have 2 units like this with extra spacers. What you'll need to do is remove the nut from off the bolt. Then you'll take the snap ring and you'll pop that off with your fingers, and then there will be a spacer, and that spacer goes right there when it's all completed. Now on the top post batteries, the posts themselves are tapered a little bit, and so when you go to put your battery cables back on, you'll notice this is a little tapered side of the cable itself. That side is straight, has an edge. So what you want to make sure of is that that tapered side goes down on top of the battery, and that way it'll fit and make the connection correctly. So in order to install this, you take the battery cable itself, you make sure you have the tapered end of the battery cable. The product itself has a curved portion to the nut head. That curved portion will go on the side that goes down toward the battery, so on the tapered side there. Then you will take the spacer and make sure the spacer is on first. You'll put the bolt through onto the nut, and if these ears are a little bit off, you'll have to squeeze them or use a pair of pliers or widen them out a little bit with a screwdriver. As soon as you feel that coming through the end of that bolt, you'll see that coming up on it is a groove, and on that groove is where that snap ring goes, right there. And you place the snap ring in the groove, click it on, and this is how it works. The tightening of the nut and the bolt, the Zytel nut and bolt, it works just like the regular one. The beauty of this is that when you go to open it up, that snap ring works against and opens those ears wide open for you. So that's the way this is put on. Now, you take and make sure that it's applied the right way. Well, this isn't open enough, so I'm going to open it up a little more. Open it up to where it goes on the battery. Put it down. You tighten it up. And you just got to do it nice and snug. That's it. You don't over tighten it. You just do it nice and snug. Now, on the negative side, some batteries, depending on the brand, we've noticed over the years, they've decreased the diameter of their negative post. I think it's probably for cost effectiveness because it doesn't have as much electricity going through it. I'm not sure, but it has been decreased. So there's been a little bit of an issue on some of the fasteners we've sold that people say they don't necessarily fit properly. So go ahead, take these apart. You just leave that spacer on. If your battery has a smaller diameter post, you're going to have to put this on this way. You leave that spacer on. You will use the extra spacer that is provided. Put that one on, so you'll have 2 spacers. Leave the snap ring off. This will allow the ears of the battery cable to come together. They actually have to come together almost completely. They've narrowed down the margins so much on this. They have to actually almost be squeezed together completely in order to make a good enough contact and be tight. So you put 2 spacers on, and once again make sure you've got it on the tapered end of the side of the battery that goes down. You slide it through, and this time you don't worry about the snap ring. You take back that off a little, take the curved side of the nut and you push it over top of the ear of the cable, and then sometimes it's a little tough to get it lined up, but it'll screw on there just fine. Okay, so now what you do is you have the same exact thing with 2 spacers. No snap ring. The reason why is because the snap ring, the margins are so small. The snap ring, when it closes up on the snap ring, it actually leaves it a little loose. So the snap ring off, and then you just apply it like this. And the reason this has got this nice little ratchet brass rod is so that when it's on top of the battery, you just push it through and you tighten that right up on the battery like that, to where it's just nice and snug. And that is the way you put those on. Now, if you have difficulties or problems, please come back and view this website again. If you have any questions, go to our website and ask them. I'll be happy to help you. And I appreciate your time and your business. You have a great day, and thanks for tuning in.